All right, ladies. So I'm talking hair loss, and there is nothing worse than watching your hair go down the shower drain or to be brushing your hair and seeing all the hair in the brush. I've been there. I lost 50% of my hair and luckily got it back. And our hair is connected to our identity, and it's also connected to our health. And so it's normal to lose hair at certain times of our life, obviously after you have a baby or through really high stressful time. But there's also the question of, why does a thyroid imbalance cause thinning hair? And your hair normally grows in a healthy cycle pattern, with most of the follicles growing while only a small number of them in the resting phase. So with a thyroid imbalance, this cycle can be thrown off, resulting in more hair follicles resting than growing, and more hair will fall out. So hair loss is a very, very common symptom of a thyroid imbalance. And the thyroid imbalance arises slowly and is often unnoticed, and it can be unnoticed even by you and your doctor. So if you're going in and you're getting labs done or you're getting blood tests done, doctors often look at the range as the normal range, but women really are on the low end, and the normal range is really on the low end. So how do you really know if your hair loss is directly correlated to a thyroid disorder? So I want to talk about the 5 signs and symptoms that your hair loss is actually connected to a thyroid disorder. So the first one is thinning eyebrows. And hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid, often causes general hair loss as well as thinning of the outer third of the eyebrows. Now, we don't know exactly why the eyebrows are targeted in the thyroid disorders, but it is a good indicator that your thyroids may be low. Now, second is that the hair is brittle and dry and breaks really easily. And dry hair is often connected to a low thyroid function. And the research is published in endocrinology that the metabolism of the thyroid and the hormones increases this dryness in the hair. And the low thyroid and the low hormones releases out of the hair shaft as well a lot faster, and it causes it to gray. Third is feeling exhausted, especially after sleeping 8 hours a night, drinking 8 hours a night, drinking 8 glasses of water. But if you find that you are never rested, your thyroid and your metabolism slows down. So this may lead to fatigue and weight gain. And then the fourth is going to be puffiness in the face. And many, many women with hypothyroid have an excess of what we call a compound called mucin. And mucin is a part of our connective tissue and is present in our blood vessels and cells all over the body. And it absorbs the water and may cause excess water retention if you have an underactive thyroid imbalance. Now, the fifth is going to be yellowing of the palms of the hand. And the skin of your hands happens to have a thyroid imbalance due to the buildup of keratin in the blood. And the hypothyroidism can convert the keratin into vitamin A. So if you think that your hair loss is connected to a thyroid imbalance, I would begin by supporting your hair naturally. Now, how can you do this? Adaptogens are a really, really great way to safely support the hormones. And I always deter women from going and getting tons of herbs or tons of supplements that they don't know that they really need, because this can cause different cofactors to fire off different things that aren't necessarily a thyroid issue. Some people that take different B vitamins may feel more heightened state of anxiety if they really don't have a B deficiency. Now, I find that most women have a methylation and B deficiency issue. But adaptogens like ashwagandha, bacopa, a lot of these Ayurvedic herbs are going to bring you up if you're down and bring you down if you are in excitatory state. As well as CBD. This is also an incredible anti-inflammatory and helps bring homeostasis back into the endocrine system. So we have to remember that endocannabinoid system regulates our hormones directly. And so taking CBD on a consistent basis can also help the stress hormones and an underactive underactive thyroid. Now, as a hairstylist owning an organic salon for 20 years, I can very much attest to a lot of seeing this kind of, this, I would say, avatar of a woman coming in that has a thyroid deficiency. The hair usually is very brittle and dry, and there is a thinning of the eyebrows and a little bit more of a puffiness and weight gain because of the underactive thyroid. So these are the top 5. Now, the color in the palms due to the keratin not being able to move into vitamin A, that having the kind of palms and the hands that are a little bit more orange tint, that's usually not really a common symptom, but something to pay attention to. But certainly the puffiness, the dry brittle hair, and the eyebrows and the exhaustion certainly are. So if you feel that you may have an underactive thyroid, I highly recommend doing the Dutch test, and that is through Dutch, the company, and they have the most comprehensive panel. I don't recommend blood tests because that is a snapshot in time and you're not getting the full story. And then also find a natural hairstylist, maybe someone at Beautycology or someone like myself that can really connect you with different functional medicine practitioners and help you down the right road. Now, an underactive thyroid also means the energy is not catapulted enough at the scalp where the follicle is able to get enough energy to grow the hair. So I believe that we are in an age of stress, and through the bioenergy and the ingredients that we formulate in our Evoke Root Revival hair loss system certainly can help women clean out the follicle, bring stem cells back into the follicle, and lengthen the growth phase and shorten the fallout phase. And I believe that we are in a time where most women after the age of 35 really should be using pro anti-inflammatory hair regrowth products. Now, our product is 2 times more powerful than minoxidil, no drugs, completely natural, and scientifically proven. So if you have any questions on an underactive thyroid, I've given you the 5 common symptoms to look for, some solutions with herbs, CBD, and certainly a topical so that you can help your hair get into an ecosystem where it's thriving with growth and support. And speak to a hairstylist such as someone like myself that really can support you and really can kind of see these key signs and give your hair the nourishment that you need and connect you with the right functional medicine doctor. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I would love to help you. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed those 5 tips to understanding how if your hair is really connected to an underactive thyroid. All right, bye-bye for now. Love and light.